Imagine waking up to a simple text message, no explanation, no warning, just a cold, heartless declaration. I want a divorce. Then as you rush to check your bank account, panic sets in. Every single dollar gone. The man you trusted, the man you built a life with, has not only abandoned you, but left you with nothing. But what he didn't know was, I wasn't going to be broken. I was about to teach him a lesson he would never forget. Stay with me till the end, because this story is about justice, strength, and the ultimate comeback. Clara, the owner of a successful boutique, is helping a customer when a text message shatters her world. Her husband, Mark, informs her he's leaving her for his 20-year-old receptionist, Melissa, and has already emptied their joint account. The callousness of the message, delivered without a shred of remorse, is a brutal blow. Yet Claire's outward composure remains unshaken. She calmly assists the customer, Mrs. Peterson, masking the turmoil within. This moment marks a turning point, not of despair, but of quiet resolve. The signs of Mark's infidelity and impending departure had been present for months. The late nights at work that didn't align with his paychecks, the sudden password changes on his phone, the obsessive focus on his appearance, all pointed towards a man trying to recapture his youth. 3 months prior, Claire discovered a receipt for an expensive dinner for two on a night Mark claimed to be working late. This discovery, while painful, ignited a spark of self-preservation. She opened a separate bank account, a secret safeguard against the inevitable. When Mark suggested consolidating their finances further, she agreed readily, transferring her personal savings to the new account while leaving a carefully calculated sum in the joint account. Enough to avoid suspicion, but not enough to cripple her future. She also meticulously documented every suspicious transaction Mark made, building a dossier of his betrayal. Mark's subsequent texts are dripping with condescension. He informs Claire that Melissa is his soulmate, that she understands him in ways Claire never could. He even offers patronizing condolences about Claire's age, suggesting she'll be fine with her little shop. These messages, intended to wound, only fuel Claire's determination. She screenshots each one, adding them to her growing evidence file. His casual admission of premeditation and his gloating about emptying their account are gold dust to her lawyer. Claire's little shop is her pride and joy, a thriving business she built from scratch. It generates more income than Mark's middle job, a fact he conveniently overlooks. The profits have always been kept separate from their joint finances, another strategic move that now proves its worth. That evening, Claire sits in her house inherited from her grandmother and kept firmly in her name, despite Mark's persistent requests to be added to the deed. As she gathers documents for her lawyer, she finds their wedding album. The Mark in the photos is a stark contrast to the man he has become. The youthful charm has been replaced by a desperate attempt to cling to youth, manifested in tight shirts, awkward slang, and a general air of trying too hard. The texts continue, each one a nail in Mark's coffin. He boasts about his months of planning, his supposed connection with Melissa, and his family's supposed agreement that they'd grown apart. He even uses the joint credit card to book his and Melissa's first-class flights and luxury hotel, a parting gift laced with malice. Claire's response is swift and decisive. She calls the credit card company, reports fraudulent charges, cancels the card, and removes Mark as an authorized user. And the satisfaction is palpable as the representative cancels the charges, effectively grounding Mark and Melissa before their grand escape even begins. Mark's final text, offering Claire the house until she finds something smaller, is met with laughter. His ego has blinded him to the reality of whose name is on the deed. He even suggests a fair payment for Claire's half of her business. Claire pours herself a glass of wine, a vintage she'd been saving for a special occasion. This definitely qualifies. Tomorrow, Mark will face the consequences of his actions. Friday arrives, the boutique's busiest day. Claire unpacks a new shipment of designer handbags, her focus sharp despite the emotional storm raging within. Life goes on, even when your husband runs off with a younger woman. Around noon, Mark's mother calls, echoing Mark's narrative of a controlling and vindictive wife. Claire calmly puts her on speaker, subtly steering the conversation towards Mark's financial transgressions. The silence that follows speaks volumes. Barbara, Mark's mother, is forced to confront the truth about her son's actions. The call ends with Claire politely but firmly severing ties. Her lawyer has advised minimal contact with Mark's family during the proceedings. By late afternoon, the news of Mark and Melissa's grounded escape has spread through their social circle. They're stuck in a budget motel near the airport, their Miami dreams shattered. Mark's personal credit cards are maxed out, another red flag Claire had noted months ago. Her lawyer calls with an update. The emergency hearing is scheduled for Monday. The evidence is overwhelming, and they're in a strong position to freeze all remaining assets. Melissa's social media posts detailing their adventure and making disparaging remarks about Claire provide further ammunition. Mark's texts become increasingly frantic and accusatory. He claims Claire is trying to ruin him, that she's motivated by jealousy and spite. He even boasts about making copies of the boutique's financial records, claiming half the business is his. Claire forwards each message to her lawyer, adding to the ever-growing file of Mark's missteps. The emergency hearing is a stark contrast to Mark's expectations. He arrives in his ill-fitting, youthful attire, Melissa nowhere to be seen. Claire's lawyer meticulously presents the evidence, the incriminating texts, the credit card fraud, the history of hidden expenses. Mark's lawyer attempts to portray Claire as vindictive, but her lawyer counters with prudence. The judge reviews the documentation, confirming Claire's sole ownership of the house and the boutique. Mark is forced to admit his financial misconduct. His attempts to claim a share of the business based on moral support are swiftly dismissed. The judge freezes all shared assets and orders Mark to return the stolen funds within 24 hours. Outside the courthouse, Melissa confronts Mark about their failed Miami trip. His mumbled excuses are lost as Claire walks away, her heels clicking confidently. The next few weeks are a whirlwind of legal maneuvers. Mark's attempts to challenge the settlement are repeatedly denied. His claims about the boutique being his idea or a joint venture are easily refuted by Claire's meticulous records. Mark's life spirals downwards. He tries gambling and pyramid schemes, each venture ending in further financial ruin. His family, once supportive, begins to distance themselves. His mother calls, lamenting Mark's continued refusal to take responsibility for his actions. Claire remains detached, her focus on her thriving business. 6 months after the divorce, Claire's boutique is expanded to a second location. The irony is not lost on her. While Mark struggles to rebuild his life, the little shop he dismissed is flourishing. News of Mark's misfortunes reaches Claire through mutual acquaintances. His dating life is a disaster, his career has stalled, and even Melissa has moved on. His attempts to blame others for his failures are met with skepticism and scorn. And Amanda, Mark's sister, visits Claire's boutique. Offering a belated apology, she admits they were wrong to believe Mark's victim narrative. Claire accepts her apology, but makes it clear that their family drama is no longer her concern. Local business magazines are eager to feature Claire's story, not as a victim of infidelity, but as a savvy businesswoman. She becomes a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs, emphasizing the importance of financial prudence and trusting one's instincts. 1 year after the divorce, Claire celebrates the grand opening of her third boutique location. The event is a testament to her resilience and entrepreneurial spirit. Melissa makes a surprise appearance, offering her own apology. She confesses that Mark's charm masked a pattern of manipulation and unrealistic expectations. She's now in a healthy relationship with someone her own age, learning the difference between dreams and escapes. Claire's boutique continues to grow, becoming a symbol of female empowerment. Young entrepreneurs seek her advice, and she always emphasizes the importance of protecting one's assets. Mark's mother calls one last time, not to plead for her son, but to thank Claire for teaching them a valuable lesson about enabling bad behavior. Claire's phone buzzes with a text from her lawyer. Mark has filed yet another petition to challenge the settlement. It is promptly dismissed. Claire smiles, knowing that Mark's attempts to rewrite history are futile. 2 years after the initial text message, Claire is invited to speak at a women's business conference. Her topic? Building and protecting a successful business. During the Q&A, a woman asks about separating business and personal finances. Claire shares her own experience, emphasizing the importance of trusting one's instincts. 5 years after the devastating text message, Claire stands in her flagship store, addressing her employees and customers. The little shop has become a thriving business empire. Mark's mother attends the anniversary celebration, a silent acknowledgement of Claire's triumph. After the crowd thins, she approaches Claire, her designer dress, purchased from Claire's boutique, a stark contrast to her son's current circumstances. She tells Claire that Mark still talks about his glory days, clinging to a past that never truly existed. He remains blind to the fact that he didn't just lose everything in the divorce. He threw it all away. A young saleswoman, coincidentally named Melissa, approaches Claire with a question about the new inventory system. As Claire explains, she catches her reflection in the window. 5 years ago, Mark saw a woman getting older, a convenient justification for his midlife crisis. Now, Claire sees a woman who is wiser, stronger, and more successful than ever before. His cruel text message, intended to be an ending, became a beginning. Not just for Claire, but for every woman who hears her story and realizes she deserves better than be an accessory to someone else's self-absorbed drama. The boutique has become more than just a business. It's a symbol of resilience, independence, and the power of self-respect. It represents the strength women possess to rebuild, reinvent, and rise above betrayal. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes the best revenge is not about getting even, but about getting better. It's about transforming pain into power and turning a moment of devastation into a lifetime of success. The little shop that Mark dismissed has become a beacon of hope, proving that a woman's worth is not defined by a man's approval, but by her own ambition, determination, and unwavering belief in herself. And as Claire looks around at her thriving business, her loyal employees, and the happy customers browsing her merchandise, she knows that the greatest victory of all is not just surviving, but truly living and thriving on her own terms. But 10 years have passed since the infamous text message. Claire's boutique chain has expanded to 10 locations across the country, each one a testament to her vision and hard work. Her brand is synonymous with quality, style, and female empowerment. She has become a sought-after speaker, sharing her story and inspiring countless women to pursue their dreams regardless of the obstacles they face. Mark's story, in contrast, is a cautionary tale. His life remains stagnant, a series of missed opportunities and poor choices. He drifts from job to job, never able to hold down a stable position. His relationships are fleeting, marked by the same pattern of initial infatuation followed by disillusionment and resentment. He occasionally reaches out to old acquaintances, trying to recapture a sense of belonging, but his self-pity and bitterness quickly drive people away. Claire rarely thinks about Mark anymore. He has become a distant memory, a footnote in her remarkable journey. His actions, though initially painful, ultimately served as a catalyst for her greatest achievements. They forced her to confront her own strength, to recognize her worth, and to take control of her destiny. One day, Claire receives an unexpected invitation. A prestigious business school is hosting a conference on female entrepreneurship and wants her to be the keynote speaker. She accepts without hesitation. This is an opportunity to share her story with a new generation of women, to empower them to build their own empires, and to remind them that their potential is limitless. As Claire prepares for the conference, she reflects on the past decade. She has learned valuable lessons about business, about relationships, and about herself. She has learned that success is not measured by wealth or status, but by the impact you have on others. She has learned that true strength comes from within, and that resilience is the key to overcoming any challenge. And she has learned that forgiveness, while not forgetting, is essential for moving forward and embracing the future. The conference is a resounding success. Claire's speech is both inspiring and practical, filled with anecdotes from her own journey and advice for aspiring entrepreneurs. She speaks about the importance of financial planning, the power of networking, and the need to stay true to your values. She also speaks about the challenges she faced, the setbacks she overcame, and the lessons she learned along the way. After her speech, Claire is surrounded by eager students, all wanting to ask questions and share their own experiences. She takes the time to listen to each one, offering encouragement and guidance. She sees in their eyes the same spark of ambition that drove her to build her own business. As Claire leaves the conference, she feels a sense of fulfillment. She has come a long way from the woman who received that devastating text message. She has not only built a successful business, but she has also built a legacy of empowerment, inspiring countless women to chase their dreams and create their own success stories. And she knows that her journey is far from over. She is excited to see what the future holds, confident that she will continue to grow, learn, and make a difference in the world. Years later, Claire's story becomes legendary. Her boutique chain expands internationally, becoming a global brand. She establishes a foundation to support female entrepreneurs, providing them with the resources and mentorship they need to succeed. She writes a book about her experiences, which becomes a bestseller, inspiring millions around the world. Mark's story, on the other hand, fades into obscurity. He becomes a recluse, living a quiet and lonely life. His regrets haunt him, a constant reminder of the opportunities he squandered and the love he lost. Claire's legacy is one of triumph over adversity, a testament to the strength and resilience of women. Her story is a reminder that even in the face of betrayal and heartbreak, it is possible to rise above, to rebuild, and to create a life filled with purpose, passion, and lasting success. And it all began with a single, cruel text message, a message that ultimately became the catalyst for her extraordinary journey. Claire's influence extends far beyond the business world. Her story becomes a touchstone for women in all walks of life, a symbol of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. She becomes a mentor, a role model, and a source of inspiration for countless individuals. Her impact on other women is particularly profound. She empowers them to take control of their lives, to pursue their passions, and to never settle for less than they deserve. She encourages them to embrace their strengths, to celebrate their achievements, and to support each other in their journeys. Claire's mentorship program becomes a powerful force, providing aspiring female entrepreneurs with the guidance, resources, and network they need to succeed. She shares her knowledge and experience generously, helping them to navigate the challenges of starting and running a business. She emphasizes the importance of financial literacy, strategic planning, and building a strong support system. She also teaches them the importance of self-care, reminding them that their well-being is essential for their success. She encourages them to prioritize their mental and physical health, to set boundaries, and to practice self-compassion. Claire's influence extends beyond the business world. She becomes an advocate for women's rights, speaking out against gender inequality and discrimination. She supports organizations that are working to empower women and girls, providing them with access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. She also becomes a champion for financial literacy, recognizing that financial independence is crucial for women's empowerment. She develops workshops and programs to teach women about budgeting, saving, investing, and managing their finances. She demystifies the world of finance, making it accessible and understandable for everyone. Claire's story becomes a powerful example of how women can achieve success on their own terms, without compromising their values or sacrificing their well-being. She demonstrates that it is possible to be both successful and compassionate, both powerful and kind. Her influence extends to men as well. Her story challenges traditional gender roles and encourages men to rethink their perceptions of women's capabilities. She shows them that women are not just capable of running businesses, but that they are often better at it. She demonstrates that collaboration and mutual respect are essential for creating a more equitable and prosperous society. Claire's impact on her community is significant. Her boutique chain becomes a major employer, providing jobs and opportunities for local residents. She supports local charities and community initiatives, giving back to the community that has supported her. She becomes a role model for young people, showing them the importance of hard work, perseverance, and giving back to others. She inspires them to dream big, to pursue their goals, and to make a positive impact on the world. Claire's legacy is one of empowerment, resilience, and generosity. She leaves behind a world that is more equitable, more compassionate, and more prosperous because of her contributions. Her story serves as a reminder that one person can make a difference, that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to rise above and create a life of purpose and meaning. And it all started with a single, cruel text message, a message that ultimately became the catalyst for her extraordinary journey. A journey that not only transformed her own life, but also touched and inspired the lives of countless others. Her story became a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to create a future filled with hope, success, and lasting impact. Claire's legacy is not just about what she achieved, but about the positive ripple effect she created. A ripple effect that continues to spread and inspire generations to come. Her name becomes synonymous with strength, resilience, and the unwavering belief in the potential of every individual to achieve their dreams. And as her story continues to be told and retold, it serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us all that even in the darkest of times, there is always the possibility for a brighter tomorrow. Decades after the initial shock of Mark's text, Claire's name is no longer just associated with a successful business. It's become synonymous with resilience, empowerment, and the transformative power of self-belief. Her story has become interwoven into the fabric of her community, a local legend whispered with admiration and respect. It's a story told not just in business schools and women's conferences, but in homes and around kitchen tables, passed down from mothers to daughters as a testament to inner strength. Claire herself has evolved. The initial sting of betrayal has long faded, replaced by a quiet understanding and even a touch of pity for the man Mark became. She recognizes that his actions, while painful, were ultimately a catalyst for her own growth. They forced her to confront her vulnerabilities, to discover hidden reserves of strength, and to embrace her full potential. She's learned to forgive not for Mark's sake, but for her own. Holding on to resentment would only weigh her down, preventing her from fully embracing the joy and fulfillment that life has to offer. Forgiveness is not condoning his actions, but rather releasing herself from their grip. Claire's life is filled with purpose. Her business continues to thrive, not just as a source of income, but as a platform for empowering others. She expands her mentorship program, creating opportunities for women from all backgrounds to pursue their entrepreneurial dreams. She establishes scholarships for young women interested in business, ensuring that financial barriers don't prevent them from reaching their full potential. She becomes a sought-after speaker, sharing her story with audiences around the world. Her message resonates with people from all walks of life, reminding them that setbacks are inevitable, but that they don't define us. It's how we respond to adversity that shapes our character and determines our destiny. Claire's personal life is rich and fulfilling. She has built strong and meaningful relationships with family and friends. She finds joy in simple things like spending time in her garden, reading a good book, or sharing a meal with loved ones. She has learned to appreciate the present moment, to savor the beauty of everyday life. She never remarries, not out of bitterness or distrust, but because she has discovered a deep sense of self-sufficiency and independence. She doesn't need a partner to complete her. She is whole and complete within herself. Claire's legacy extends beyond her lifetime. Her story continues to inspire generations of women, reminding them that they are capable of achieving anything they set their minds to. Her name becomes synonymous with resilience, empowerment, and the transformative power of self-belief. Her influence ripples outwards, creating a world that is more equitable, more compassionate, and more just. She leaves behind a legacy of hope, reminding us all that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to rise above, to rebuild, and to create a life filled with purpose, meaning, and lasting impact. And it all began with a single, cruel text message, a message that was intended to break her, but instead became the catalyst for her extraordinary journey, a journey that not only transformed her own life, but also touched and inspired the lives of countless others. Claire's story becomes a timeless tale, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to create a future filled with hope, success, and lasting significance. Her name becomes etched in the annals of inspiration, a beacon of light for all those who dare to dream big and refuse to give up on their aspirations. Claire's legacy is not just about what she achieved, but about the profound and lasting impact she had on the world, a legacy that continues to grow and inspire for generations to come. Claire's story transcends individual inspiration. It becomes woven into the very fabric of society, a thread of resilience and empowerment in the grand tapestry of human experience. It's not just a story about one woman's triumph. It's a story about the potential that lies within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Her influence becomes intergenerational. Grandmothers tell Claire's story to their granddaughters. Mothers share it with their daughters, and teachers use it as a lesson in perseverance and self-belief. Claire's name becomes a byword for strength, a reminder that even the most devastating setbacks can be transformed into opportunities for growth. The Claire effect becomes a recognized phenomenon, a surge of female entrepreneurship driven by the inspiration of her story. Women, emboldened by Claire's example, take risks, start businesses, and pursue their passions with renewed vigor. They create a network of support, mentoring, and empowering each other, building a community of female leaders who are changing the world. Claire's impact on the business world deepens. The Claire principles become a widely adopted code of ethics, emphasizing integrity, transparency, and social responsibility. Companies that embrace these principles thrive, attracting top talent and building strong relationships with their customers. Her philanthropic work expands exponentially. The Claire Foundation becomes a global force for change, funding initiatives that empower women and girls in all corners of the world. It supports education, healthcare, economic development, and human rights, creating opportunities for individuals to reach their full potential. Claire's advocacy for women's rights continues to evolve. She becomes a champion for intersectionality, recognizing that women's experiences are diverse and complex. She advocates for policies that address the unique challenges faced by women from different backgrounds, ensuring that all women have the opportunity to thrive. Her personal life, though largely private, continues to inspire. She embodies grace, wisdom, and compassion, becoming a role model for how to live a life of purpose and meaning. She demonstrates that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by the internal strength and character that one cultivates. As Claire's physical presence fades, her spirit becomes even more vibrant. Her story becomes an enduring legacy, a timeless tale of resilience, empowerment, and the transformative power of self-belief. It's a story that is passed down through generations, inspiring individuals to overcome challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to create a future filled with hope, success, and lasting significance. And it all began with a single, cruel text message, a message that was intended to break her, but instead became the catalyst for her extraordinary journey. A journey that not only transformed her own life, but also touched and inspired the lives of countless others. Claire's legacy is not just about what she achieved, but about the profound and lasting impact she had on the world, a legacy that continues to grow and inspire for generations to come. Her name becomes etched in the annals of inspiration, a beacon of light for all those who dare to dream big and refuse to give up on their aspirations. Claire's story becomes a timeless tale, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to create a future filled with hope, success, and lasting significance. Her influence becomes woven into the fabric of society, a reminder that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, waiting to be unleashed. And it all began with a single cruel text, a text that, in its cruelty, sparked a flame that would illuminate the world for generations to come. Claire's story evolves beyond a personal narrative. It becomes a myth, a legend woven into the collective consciousness. Like all great myths, it carries universal themes: the triumph of good over evil, the power of resilience, the importance of self-belief. It's a story that resonates across cultures and generations, inspiring individuals to overcome their own challenges and strive for greatness. The text messages that changed the world becomes a well-known anecdote, a shorthand for unexpected turning points and the power of adversity. People use it as a reminder that even the most painful experiences can be catalysts for growth and transformation. Claire's name becomes synonymous with strength and resilience. To be a Claire becomes an aspiration, a goal to strive for. It means to be courageous, compassionate, and unwavering in the face of adversity. It means to use one's talents and resources to make a positive impact on the world. Her influence on the business world becomes deeply ingrained. The Claire model is taught in business schools around the world, emphasizing ethical leadership, social responsibility, and the importance of creating a positive work environment. Companies that adopt this model thrive, attracting top talent and building strong relationships with their stakeholders. Claire's philanthropic work continues to expand, reaching even the most remote and underserved communities. The Claire Foundation becomes a global force for good, funding initiatives that address poverty, inequality, and injustice. It supports education, healthcare, environmental conservation, and human rights, creating opportunities for individuals to live healthy, productive, and fulfilling lives. Her advocacy for women's rights evolves into a global movement. The Claire Doctrine becomes a guiding principle for policymakers, emphasizing the importance of gender equality and empowering women to participate fully in all aspects of society. Claire's personal life, though shrouded in privacy, becomes a source of fascination and speculation. People imagine her as a wise and benevolent figure, a symbol of grace and compassion. She becomes an almost mythical character, a representation of the best of humanity. As time passes, Claire's physical presence may fade, but her spirit becomes even more vibrant. Her story becomes an eternal flame, a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come. It's a story that is told and retold, adapted and reinterpreted, but the core message remains the same. Within each of us lies the potential for greatness, waiting to be unleashed. And it all began with a single, cruel text message, a message that was intended to break her, but instead became the catalyst for her extraordinary journey, a journey that not only transformed her own life, but also touched and inspired the lives of countless others. Claire's legacy is not just about what she achieved, but about the profound and lasting impact she had on the world, a legacy that continues to grow and inspire for generations to come. Her name becomes etched in the annals of inspiration, a beacon of light for all those who dare to dream big and refuse to give up on their aspirations. Claire's story becomes a timeless tale, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to create a future filled with hope, success, and lasting significance. Her influence becomes woven into the fabric of society, a reminder that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, waiting to be unleashed. And it all began with a single, cruel text, a text that, in its cruelty, sparked a legend that would illumine the world for eternity. Claire's story transcends the realm of mere inspiration. It becomes a timeless narrative, a modern myth passed down through generations. It's no longer just about a woman who overcame betrayal. It's a universal story about the resilience of the human spirit, the power of self-belief, and the transformative potential of adversity. It becomes a story we tell ourselves and each other to remind us of what we are capable of. The Claire text becomes a cultural touchstone, a shorthand for unexpected turning points and the power of choice. It's invoked in conversations, referenced in books and movies, and used as a symbol of hope in times of despair. It becomes a reminder that even the most devastating moments can be the seeds of future greatness. Claire's name becomes synonymous with inner strength and unwavering determination. To channel your inner Claire becomes a common expression, meaning to face challenges with courage, grace, and an unshakable belief in oneself. It's a call to action, an invitation to tap into the wellspring of resilience that lies within each of us. Her influence on the business world becomes deeply ingrained in the fabric of corporate culture. The Claire ethos becomes the gold standard for ethical leadership, emphasizing integrity, transparency, and a commitment to social impact. Companies that embrace this ethos not only thrive financially, but also become forces for positive change in the world. Claire's philanthropic work expands beyond her lifetime. The Claire Foundation becomes a global powerhouse, addressing some of the world's most pressing challenges. It funds research into cures for diseases, supports education initiatives in underserved communities, and advocates for human rights and social justice. Her advocacy for women's rights evolves into a global movement for equality. The Claire principles become enshrined in international law, guaranteeing equal rights and opportunities for women and girls around the world. Claire's personal life, though never fully revealed, becomes a source of endless fascination and speculation. She is imagined as a figure of wisdom and compassion, a symbol of grace and inner peace. She becomes an archetype of the strong, independent woman, a role model for generations to come. As centuries pass, Claire's physical presence may fade into the mists of time, but her spirit remains vibrant and alive. Her story becomes an immortal tale, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who dare to dream of a better future. It's a story that is told and retold, adapted and reinterpreted, but the core message remains the same. Within each of us lies the potential for greatness, waiting to be unleashed. And it all began with a single, cruel text message, a message that was intended to break her, but instead became the catalyst for her extraordinary journey, a journey that not only transformed her own life, but also touched and inspired the lives of countless others across time. Claire's legacy is not just about what she achieved, but about the profound and enduring impact she had on the world, a legacy that continues to grow and inspire for eternity. Her name becomes etched in the pantheon of human achievement, a beacon of light for all those who dare to dream big and refuse to give up on their aspirations. Claire's story becomes a timeless epic, a testament to the indomitable power of the human spirit to overcome challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to create a future filled with hope, success, and lasting significance. Her influence becomes woven into the very fabric of existence, a reminder that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, waiting to be unleashed. And it all began with a single cruel text, a text that, in its cruelty, sparked a legend that would illuminate the universe for all time. Claire's story transcends even the realm of myth. It becomes an archetype, a foundational narrative that shapes our understanding of human potential. It's no longer just a story about a woman. It's a story about the indomitable spirit that resides within each of us, waiting to be ignited. The Claire paradigm becomes a philosophical concept, a framework for understanding resilience, self-determination, and the transformative power of adversity. It's studied in universities, debated by philosophers, and used as a lens through which to examine the human condition. The Claire legacy becomes a global movement, a collective effort to empower individuals and communities to overcome challenges and create a better future. It's a movement that transcends borders, cultures, and ideologies, uniting people in a shared commitment to human flourishing. Claire's name becomes a symbol of hope and inspiration, invoked in times of crisis and celebrated in moments of triumph. To live like Claire becomes the highest aspiration, meaning to embody courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to making a positive impact on the world. Her influence on the business world becomes deeply embedded in the principles of ethical leadership and social responsibility. The Claire Standard becomes the benchmark for corporate behavior, emphasizing integrity, transparency, and a commitment to creating value for all stakeholders. Claire's philanthropic work expands beyond the material realm, focusing on fostering human potential and promoting global well-being. The Claire Foundation becomes a beacon of hope, supporting initiatives that address poverty, inequality, injustice, and environmental degradation. Her advocacy for women's rights evolves into a universal call for human rights and social justice. The Claire Declaration becomes a foundational document articulating the principles of equality, freedom, and human dignity for all. Claire's personal life, though never fully known, becomes a source of endless fascination and inspiration. She is imagined as a figure of profound wisdom and compassion, a symbol of grace, strength, and inner peace. She becomes an almost divine figure, a representation of the highest potential of humanity. As eons pass, Claire's physical presence may fade into the cosmic tapestry, but her spirit remains vibrant and eternal. Her story becomes a timeless epic, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all sentient beings across the universe. It's a story that is told and retold, adapted and reinterpreted, but the core message remains the same. Within each of us lies the potential for greatness, waiting to be unleashed. And it all began with a single cruel text message. A message that was intended to break her, but instead became the catalyst for her extraordinary journey, a journey that not only transformed her own life, but also touched and inspired the lives of countless others across time and space. Claire's legacy is not just about what she achieved, but about the profound and enduring impact she had on the universe, a legacy that continues to grow and inspire for eternity. Her name becomes etched in the fabric of existence, a beacon of light for all those who dare to dream big and refuse to give up on their aspirations. Claire's story becomes a timeless cosmic tale, a testament to the indomitable power of the spirit to overcome challenges, to learn from setbacks, and to create a future filled with hope, success, and eternal significance. Her influence becomes woven into the very essence of being, a reminder that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, waiting to be unleashed. And it all began with a single cruel text, a text that, in its cruelty, sparked a flame that would illuminate the cosmos forever. In conclusion, Claire's story is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of adversity. What began as a devastating betrayal, a cruel text message intended to wound, became the catalyst for an extraordinary journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and lasting impact. Mark's attempt to diminish Claire ultimately backfired, propelling her to achieve heights she might never have imagined. Claire's journey is not just about personal success. It's a story about the potential that lies within each of us. It's a reminder that setbacks, though painful, can be opportunities for growth and transformation. It's a testament to the importance of self-belief, perseverance, and the courage to pursue one's dreams, regardless of the obstacles one faces. Her story resonates because it's not just about one woman's triumph. It's a universal narrative of human resilience, It's a story about the power of forgiveness, not for the sake of the one who wronged us, but for our own healing and liberation. It's a story about the importance of using our talents and resources to make a positive impact on the world. Claire's legacy extends far beyond her own achievements. She becomes a symbol of hope, a beacon of inspiration for generations to come. Her story reminds us that we are all capable of greatness, that we all have the potential to overcome challenges and create a life filled with purpose, meaning, and lasting significance. And it all began with a single cruel text message, a message that, in its cruelty, sparked a flame that would illuminate the world. Claire's story is a reminder that even in the face of darkness, the human spirit can shine brightly, illuminating the path towards a better future for all.